I read that you said guitar bands can't be a dominant force in music culture anymore because people don't have the same response and it's all diluted and there's many outlets. Do you still agree with that? That it's not possible?
When like having a scene and when things get huge, there's not a lot. There's not a lot else going on. Like, you know, when sort of grunge came, MTV had a huge part in that, and now there's 5 million music channels and there's 5 million stations, and so I don't think we'll ever see that. You know, something dominate culture as much as we did back in the day. I don't think that it's anything to do with guitar music. I just don't think it's set up that way. There's just too many. There's too much information everywhere, and I don't think you can sort of get to the core. Which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing, but you do kind of miss out on that growing up and have sort of being into something that you and your gang or your friends are, and that was quite special for me growing up. Having you know a scene, you know, it's sort of amazing, you know. I don't think you probably get that anymore. As far as guitar music, I mean, it's not really, especially in England, nobody really cares anymore, you know. But I think that's down to there's probably not been that many great songs written. That's probably what it is.
What kind of power does music have on people nowadays? Do you think it still has that power? I mean, you just said...
I think so. I mean, I can only speak for myself, and I instantly feel transformed if I'm in any kind of, whatever mood I'm in, it transports me to another place. I feel better every time I put music on. And that, I don't think there's nothing else that you can do that, you know, other than, you know, narcotics, which is not a good idea. But there's nothing else that you can instantly make yourself feel better. Even if you feel, you know, if you've broke up or you're in love or you're down or you're up, you press play and you're in, you know. And I don't think there's anything else in the world. I mean, art can do that for some people, but I think music has a different power, you know. Film can do it, but music has this. It's so important. I think it's embedded in us from the early, you know, the beginnings of man. Really, it's so important, and I think you'll see today when you see the crowds. You know, okay, we are bombarded. Everyone's got a phone and a laptop, and you go in a coffee shop. I don't go to coffee shops, but you walk by coffee shops, and you see everyone's on their phone rather than talking to each other, and it's just wrong. But then you come to a festival and you just see people listening to tunes and going crazy, and you kind of need to remember that part of your life, you know. Remember that's what's important. So it's as powerful as it's ever been. We're just distracted more easily now. We have distractions everywhere.